Hello, my name is Gabe Zollner. Yesterday I had an interesting article on World Net Daily, and the title of it was, "Did President Lie to America About Osama Raid?" And the article highlighted certain conflicting dates. As you may recall, when President Obama swaggered down the hall, swinging his hips, you know that walk of his, like when he gets off Air Force One? Anyway, he went over to the microphone and he glanced at his teleprompters, and then he started to read what was on the teleprompters. And most of what he said was I. But what he ended up saying was that SEAL Team 6 did in fact kill Osama bin Laden. Anyway, what's interesting is that shortly thereafter, due to the Information and Freedom Act, people were able to receive a copy of an email that was sent by Samuel Perez. He's the commander of Carrier Strike Group 1. And what it stated was, "Do I need special religious ceremonial preparations?" And he's referring to disposing of bin Laden's body. Now what's interesting is that that email was sent 2 full days prior to when Obama swaggered down the hall saying what he said about, "Today I ordered, and today they killed Osama bin Laden." Now, you think maybe that Samuel Perez had like a crystal ball and he knew this was all going down? I don't think so. Another interesting question is, why would bin Laden have been given such a honorable burial? I mean, they prepared his body, they washed his body, they did whatever they did with his body, and they wrapped him in a clean white sheet, so I guess he could enter heaven and meet his 72 virgins. Why would we have done that to someone that was a mass murderer? You think President Bush would have done that? I think what they should have done is just ground him up and shot him out of a cannon. But anyway, that's what I think they should have done. What's interesting is that on May the 2nd in Pasadena, California, the 9th Circuit District Court of Appeals, well, they were going to hear an argument as to Obama's eligibility. Now, that was on the 2nd. But remember, he came out on the 1st. And then Samuel Perez, the commander of Carrier Strike Group 1, he said, oh, his email was sent on the 28th. Are you following all the dates here? Because it gets really convoluted. Anyway, what ended up happening was that the 9th Circuit Court felt that there was no standing because only someone that was actually running for president could question Obama's eligibility. Well, Senator McCain, you hearing any of this? Huh? I mean, I think you were running against him in the 2008 election, were you not? Or have you forgotten? Maybe dementia's kicked in, I don't know. But I got to believe that Senator McCain is probably the only one right now that can legally question Obama's eligibility. So, Senator, why don't you go do that? Anyway, what also came out of the 9th Circuit Court, which I found was really interesting, is that there has a precedence been set when an elected official has been removed from office. And that was done, let me just check my records here so I don't make a mistake. I believe that was done in 1930. And that's in North Dakota, when the North Dakota Supreme Court ruled that a gentleman that was the governor wasn't actually eligible to be governor, and because it had to do with the requirements that they had as far as length of term that he lived, I guess, in the state. Now that's similar to Rahm Emanuel. If you remember, when Rahm Emanuel wanted to run for, was a mayor of Chicago, he didn't meet that requirement either because he wasn't there living as a citizen in that state. He was in Washington. He was working for Obama as his chief of staff. However, that didn't represent an insurmountable problem for the Chicago machine, and I got to believe that Propaganda Minister David Axelrod found a way to circumvent the constitutional state requirement. Anyway, let's hope that our senator from Arizona steps up to the plate and launches a legal action requesting Obama to provide absolute, unequivocal proof about his eligibility. Think that might happen? I don't. Actually, I think it's just one big conspiracy. And this whole thing, as far as bin Laden, I don't even know if he's dead. I think this is no different than everything else that this administration does. And what they do is they distract, they divert, they elude, and the whole purpose of all that is to deceive. And who are they deceiving? Us, you and me. Good luck. We need it.